What up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? How's y'all doing today? Kind of one of those strange days where you're kind of feeling a little bit lost. Well, if you feel like that, you're not the only one. I can tell you there's millions and millions of us that feel the same way. Maybe that's an understatement. I don't know. But hey, life goes on. I mean, we're still going to keep on doing what we do. For individuals like myself, I'm going to still stay consistent, just as I have in the information war, and trying to get people true news and debunk all the fake stuff, and trying to help people to, get the most reliable information as possible. And it comes to a point where you just realize, like, okay, like, what is it all about? What's next? Well, if I told you guys what I really thought about the whole situation, people would probably call me a conspiracy theorist. But what if I told you that Trump knew about this the whole time but never did anything about it? Democrats knew about the election system software. They all knew. Why didn't Trump do something about it? I can't really answer that question other than what I really feel is it's because it was part of the plan the whole time. See, what I realized about Republicans and Democrats is they pin us in the middle, like we're the monkeys in the middle, like they're playing a keep away game. You ever played that game when you were a kid? One person on one side, one on the other, one friend's in the middle, and you're throwing a ball over the person's head in the middle, so they, it's like keep away, monkey in the middle, pardon the expression, right? So they play this game with us, and what they do is they act like they're fighting. They act like they are, and the truth is, only on certain things they're against each other. When it comes to the majority of things, they really work as one unit. Now, I know I can already hear people now. They'll be like, what? What are you talking about? The Democrats and Republicans are totally different. Okay. All right. Well, you keep thinking that. Take a look at all these spending bills and trillions of dollars and these CARE Acts and this and that. And, you'll see that they don't do one initiative at a time. They do hundreds of initiatives in one bill. And the reason that they do that is because it's kind of an all or nothing situation, and they don't want to have a government shutdown every time the House, disagrees on, passing a bill. In this case, what is this guy doing? Bro, it's a 45 mile an hour lane, dude. You're doing 30 miles an hour. And then you got people like this. The idiot that's, driving the Subaru by yourself in your car, wearing a mask in the car by yourself. Nice. Okay. That tells me a lot. It tells me all I need to know about certain individuals. So all these things, right? Everything that has happened from last year till now, it seems to have all been part of the plan. If you guys go back and do your research, you'll see that Fauci back in 2016, when he got on the Vaccine Safety Committee with Trump, and and even in 2017, Fauci was like, oh, this administration will experience a surprise pandemic. Now, apparently, Dr. Fauci knows the future. How does he know the future? Does he have a crystal ball? I mean, how could he know some of the things that he knows? It just doesn't make sense. And when you go back and you see all the deals that Trump cut with the pharmaceutical industry, they'll say, well, we did that so we could cut drug prices for seniors. All right, maybe that was one of the benefits, but that's not the reason that they did it. No, not at all. No. And that big tax break, that tax break went to the rich people, like the millionaires, like the guys who don't really need a tax break. I mean, everybody could use a tax break, but guess what? When you see what really happened in 2020 as Trump became a vaccine salesman, made that deal with Bill Gates, fast-tracked Operation Warp Speed, basically fast-tracked the vaccines through the FDA process faster than anybody could have, faster than Bill Gates ever could have in his wildest imagination. And really what happened was you had people that kind of got lost in this fog that just kind of thought, well, we need a vaccine. We got to do this. We got to do that, and what happened? 100 million doses of the Moderna, then the Pfizer. If you all do research on the mRNA vaccine, you will see that vaccine has been worked on for years, many years. I can go back and show even their initial research, their R&D, research development they did, even going back to the early 2010s, 2000, what was it, 2012 research, and then you can find Google scrubbed the internet for most of that information. I can talk about so many issues that Google has scrubbed the internet for information. And so even going back to 2016, even 2018, I think there's still some articles. I'll have to double check. I haven't checked in a few weeks. But even those ones from 2018 are still up, right? And they're like, oh my God, we got this vaccine and we did it, this miraculous thing and technological advancement. And everybody in the Trump administration wants to pat themselves on the back, including him, and say, look at what we did. Look at what we accomplished. Look at how great I am. Really? They've been working on this for years, ladies and gentlemen. If you go back to Event 201, Event 201 was a global pandemic exercise that was done back in 2019 in preparation for all this. And really, more so than preparing for the contingencies of, a health pandemic where, managing hospitals so there's not overload of this and that, and social services and balancing this and that, and coming up with a vaccine and all the policies that would kind of maintain and keep things in order in the financial world and in this type of situation. Really what it came down to was a much, much bigger plan. Now listen, I know that people are going to say, oh, this is a conspiracy theory. No, I mean, it's not a theory. Is it a conspiracy? I'd like to say so, yeah. But just like the COVID-19, the Great Reset, Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum, you got the ECB ready to try to regulate Bitcoin. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, what they want to do is they want to create a system that has your social credit score or your credit score linked with your browser history. Okay? So why am I mentioning these things? I'm mentioning all these things because they all connect. They're all part of a New World Order system. And people say, well, Trump was against the globalists and he was fighting the globalists and this and that and yada, yada, yada. No, he was not. He was saying with his mouth that he's fighting the globalists, but ultimately he was not fighting the globalists. He went right along with the globalist plan. Now listen, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was crushing it. I mean, I was thinking, all right, first 3 years, economy's doing good, everything's doing good. He's doing, some peace treaties. It seemed like things were going great. And then the clause came out. Then you see the real part of the plan of the left and the right. Both sides working together. And what really happened? What really happened is that we all got duped. We all got played out. We all got sold out. And that's really what happened. And socialism and communism took over in this country. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. I hate to say it. I hope I'm wrong. But, when it comes to stuff like this, I don't want to be right. But things are going to get worse before they get better. Things are definitely going to get very weird. Very dystopian, utopian. Call it whatever you want. Orwellian, 1984. Yeah, things are going to get weird. So, just keep in perspective, ladies and gentlemen, we were all sold out in 2020. And the sooner that people start to realize that truth, you'll be liberated by that truth. It's a word from your boy. Check y'all later.